I will tell you a major problem of Christianity, which a lot of people are experiencing. They don't know that's the reason why they are experiencing it. It's a major problem. Are we live on Facebook? Because it's been cut off for some time. Please share with other people. Are we live on Facebook? Please share with other people. Power to excel and strength to keep moving. God wants you to have them. Weakness is human. Continuing to be weak and not being able to excel is satanic. It is the agenda of Satan to get you weak. For instance, when they announce exam time, more often than not, because of how many things you have to study, and sometimes when you see the way they arrange the timetable, some days, some people have 3 exams some day, only one day. You just feel weak and whatever. Yes. To feel weak because of the challenges that are coming is human. But to continue to be weak and not mount up with strength to be able to conquer the exam is satanic. You are going to fail. You must find strength from somewhere. You must face your exams. You must pass your exams. Otherwise, you're going to be stranded in life. And it is you who has to pass the exams. And it is you who has to face the exams. Nobody else is going to face them for you. But the grace to excel in your exams, the strength to keep going stably, are communicable. You can find them if you need them. That's the reason why you see here, for the grace of God that brings salvation has appeared to all men. The next phrase is very important in this sentence. The next phrase, teaching us that deny ungodliness and worldly lust, we should live soberly, righteously, and godly in this present world. You see, this phrase is where I'm going to. The word communication, communicable. Teaching us that. So grace teaches. Strength teaches. And everybody that is well taught by anything, you become what you are taught. We discover, I like practical example. We discover that as soon as Kidochukwu Befina enter into this church, 2023 January, isn't it? Almost immediately, she started cooking, giving us food. You stop it. Go put your record down. Tell me your favorite food. Almost immediately, started cooking, making us eat. And her face did not betray somebody who was in pain to cook for us. She will finish cooking, she will go and clean, she will serve people, she will do everything. Then you'll be wondering, where did she get it? Only later on we discover that in Ireland at the time, our mom was the best caterer of the African descent from Ennis at the time. So watching our mom do things transmitted, communicated grace and strength into her. I was telling the pastors the other day, why do children of boxers just suddenly become boxers? How many of you have ever thought of becoming boxers? I like my face too much that I will not ask somebody, come and help me pan a bit my way. And they punch them in the face. And one person said his brother is UFA, what do they call that thing? Huh? Yeah, UFC, whatever. And he said one day he came home, part of his nose was broken. And everybody was saying, nobody, no, it's just a little, the alignment of the... I'm not joking. I'm not joking. That I like my, you just go for a bout, a boxing bout. Before you come back, your teeth have been realigned. They are out of alignment. Somebody just found you, fire, and they say the jaw. They are now using bandage to hold the jaw up. No. The courage to even enter into the ring. There's a place is communicated. I don't have it and I don't want to. It's not what I'm planning for. But some people from young age, their father, from age 2, their father has been punching them. They've been punching with their father. Not only that, some people, their fathers are ecologists or geologists, and they've been playing with lions. It doesn't matter how you tame a lion, I will not still come to your house. It doesn't matter how you tame a python, and they say, it's a gentle python. The name is Tracy. And Tracy is slitting and wiggling himself and long, 10 meters long, and he's wiggling himself, and he's bringing out tongue. I don't care if you are President Trump. I don't need that contract. I can't stand a snake. But I saw a little kid in Cambodia. This snake python was even a wide one. They did a documentary, BBC, 2004. Was a wide one, very long. Maybe like almost 15 feet long. And this python will come from the forest and will come to the city to come and play with this boy. And this boy will sit down and the python will run and scroll itself around it and whatever. And the child will be normal. I will burn the whole house down so that nobody lives in that village anymore. I can't sleep in the night because I don't know where that python is coming to town. I can't sleep. How will I sleep? For what? I can't go out. I can't do prayer work. I've just told you. Say, Pastor, with faith, go and do prayer work. I say, no. I will lock before I can come out, even to the bedroom. I will check and recheck, and in case you are just bathing, python just peeps through the window and say, hello. But some people, they mean nothing to them. I've seen one American guy always going from one forest to the other, all over the world. He's a black, stocky guy, and looking for pythons and poisonous animals and catching them. It's a strange stream of strength, strange stream of power to excel in an area. But it was communicated through something. Grace teaches for anybody that wants to listen. Grace teaches. Grace teaches. For anybody that wants to listen, grace teaches. Somebody will look at me now and say, Pastor David just comes to the pulpit. He's just so bold. He's just so, he's just so, coherent. He knows what to speak. Now, that's any grace you see. If you come down under it, it will teach you its strength. It will. It will. You can sing like Sinach. You can perform like Sinach. But when you despise her, in whatever form or way, I say, I have the gift of God on me, I'm distinct. Some people have been so distinct that they are now instinct. Their whole life started being distinct. Now they are now extinct. They don't exist anymore. Because God has never created anybody as an island. He will create you. You will be in this life. Then you will begin to find out you have many weaknesses. Then he will place people around you that have strength in that area, in case you will recognize it. The grace has appeared. He will make the grace appear. How he'll allow the grace to appear is that he allows you to know your weakness. You begin to frolic with your weakness. You begin to see your weakness in your... All strong people are so weak, except that there is a grace communicated to them in those areas. You see me preaching. If you wake me up 10 times to come and preach in a day, I will preach 10 times in a day, and it will be different messages. It was not like that before. I discovered they will ask me to come and preach. I will do 3 days fasting and prayers. And yet, I will go there, I will almost be stammering. Then I saw some people, one of such was Bishop Waleoke. I call it, nobody gave me the name, I said ceaseless unction. I see them preaching, and it's always prophetic, and it's always, the revelation is always deep. So I began to open my mind to receive grace and strength from such people. The first person I met was one young man. He was around my age. He was Solomon Olonade. We were preaching around together. I see the way he was talking. I said, never stop it. The next person I will see with that was Bishop Francis Waleoke. Oh, I came under the grace. I just said no. I only need, just give me 3 minutes. Tell me, David, come and preach. Give me 3 minutes. I will behave as if I go to the toilet. His younger brother of truth. I just say, I want to use the toilet. No. I want to go and think. I'll just think. Only one word comes to me. That is the end. He will break out into different areas. And I can teach it as a series for long. Just for some people, somebody tempting me, can you come and teach on this thing? Grace teaches. If you recognize your need for it, grace teaches. Grace and strength are communicable. Say, teaching us. Power to excel, strength. They can be communicated. And how do you know you don't have grace and strength in an area? You keep falling in those areas. And in any area that you are falling and things are not working, it means you are proud. You may not recognize it. You may not even be normally a proud person, but that is what life has designed you as, a proud person. Chantel, are you planning to leave? I'm watching you. I'm watching you. La, 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 la. Which part of Ireland are you from? Which part of Ireland are you from? Oramo. Mayo. Ah, they're very beautiful people, Mayo people. God bless you. She's from Mayo also. Did she tell you? You know each other before?
She's from fellowship in Eugene.
Oh, God bless you. What course are you studying? Law. Law and business. I am very loyal. Please, lawyer. I'm very loyal. Who else is doing law and business here?
I did law and business.
Oh, beautiful. Oh, corporate law. That's what you did. Oh, yeah, our corporate lawyer. God bless you. So are you listening to what I'm saying now? Let me show you something, because I want to finish on time so that we can go home. 2 Corinthians. Lucas, are you feeling me? Lucas, are you with me? Oh, yes, yeah, the church we go now. Hooray. Stomp. 2 Corinthians 8. 2 Corinthians 8. You are not good at hygiene. Find somebody who is naturally good at hygiene. Are you listening to what I'm saying? Are you listening to what I'm saying? In no time you'll be too good in hygiene, you won't know how it happened. Are you listening to what I'm saying now? You're not good at mathematics. Find somebody who is good at mathematics. In no time you'll be so good at mathematics, you'll be a surprise to yourself. You're not good at music. Like Kingsley will tell us that he self-taught himself, watching who were playing music, watching who were connecting whatever, and then he started connecting and started doing things. No formal school anywhere. He just watched them and he just began to connect things himself. And now he's one of the biggest sound engineers in Ireland right now. Are you listening to what I'm saying now? There is nothing that you find as a weakness in your life that is not learnable. You only need, number one, sometimes you don't even need to find. Sometimes you just need to open your eyes to the grace that God has made available around you. You will find it. It will become your power to excel and the strength to be stable. You only need to open your eyes. Some other time if you open your eyes and it seems as if you are not getting it, then you need to find. Ask, it shall be given. Seek, ye shall find. Knock, and the doors shall be opened unto you. You will find somebody who finds it so natural. You know, there's one man that is always talking. When they talk to him about what to do about something, about an aspect of life and whatever, I say, everybody has his own grace. I don't have grace in that area. We're telling you that things are going wrong in this area of your life. And you need to say, some people have grace in that area, I don't have grace in that area. That is the philosophy of a failure. You can have multiple graces. You can have what? Multiple graces. You can have multiple graces. You can be multi-dimensional. And that's what, you know, 2 Corinthians from verse 1 teaches us. Please just follow me clinically. Follow me clinically. Follow me clinically. And you will understand the thought of Apostle Paul. The revelation of Apostle. Moreover, brethren, thank you for this thing, Ibukun. That's the birthday gift. Ibukun's birthday gift. Thank you. She's been asking me, when are you wearing it? When are you not wearing it? Why did you don't like it? You don't have to. It's here. The second one, I don't know when I will wear it yet, please. You saw me with your own on Saturday. That Saturday of Gospel Jam, that I've worn it. When I will wear it next, I don't know. But at least you saw it too. Please. Let us accept my. Yes, I am. This one also. You know, something when it's new. I'm going to put it back in the pack. You'll be so surprised. And it goes back to one day, it will come out again. You can't give somebody in Nigeria. All these things you gave me is Nigerian people I gave you. You must have given me up to 10. I gave 2 to daddy and mommy. I've been giving. When I just get to Nigeria, I say, I don't like this. I say, take. Then I come back to you. I say, kiddo, is it finished? Me, I can come and take it free from you. They cannot come and take it free. You see? So praise God. Moreover, brethren, brothers and sisters, we do you to wit of the grace of God bestow. Can you see? Of the grace of God. Please follow me. Please follow me. Ibukun, sometimes I see my wife praying and praying, and I see that this prayer is not normal. It's not the normal prayer that people pray. Some other time I see her studying. She just finished one gruesome, when I say gruesome, like a killing study, research over something. And as it's finished, I say, okay, so you are finished now, you cannot breathe down. Within 3 days of finishing, she has finished other 2 books, Christian books. I say, what happened? So sometimes I say, pray for me, I'm going out. I say, lay hands on me. She will lay hands on my shoulder. Father, I'm praying for her. I take the hand, I say, put it here. The power you are using to pray and the power you are using to pray, communicate it. I've seen her sit down, study and write for 38 hours non-stop. I trust my Senap or Reki. They will go for a coffee break where somebody will make omelette for them. They actually like life. You understand what I'm saying? Mirella and Senap have been interviewed in the same company at the same time. You better listen to me. I learned this from our fathers. We have been interviewed at the same place. And Zainab was being accepted. Mirella, it was a lot of prayer. We were praying, we were meeting with frictions. And I was wondering, what is it? Then I turned my face to Zainab to say, what was Zainab doing right that Mirella is not doing right? I began to learn those things. Some of them I communicated them to Mirella, but that is not, I didn't stop there. One day, I told Mirella, you're going to meet with Zainab. And I told Zainab, you need to meet with Mirella. I said, talk through everything that you faced to do the interview that you did and pray with Mirella. I found grace somewhere. It is needed in the life of Mirella. Now Mirella has used that grace now to get a job that is higher than Zainab. And the same way Senab is being loved in that place, Mirella is being loved in that place. Because some of those things, we have learned them. If you refuse to bow down to grace, you will be disgraced to learn. You will be disgraced to learn. You will be disgraced to learn. And you will have yourself to blame. Grace can be found anywhere. Because God is the one that deposits grace. I remember the husband of Senab and the husband of Reki at one time or the other say, go to Pastor Mimi, go and learn. When they were living with me, sometimes I'll be telling them, this is what Mirella does, you know, this is how we do. They resisted an aspect. You remember, say, I'm not going to do a Mirella. The two of you chorus it. I'm not going to do a Mirella. Our own husband and our friends. If I slap you from here, if I would just throw slap from here, it would land on you there. The grace to keep quiet when the husband becomes a mad dog. Are they going to become a mad dog one day or the other? My sister, tell us. Reki, do they become mad dogs one day or the other? Like, she sanctify herself. She sanctify herself. There is no normal man that does not become a mad dog. Whether white or black or blue or Chinese. I've watched it everywhere. As a matter of fact, sometimes some of you black people will think you are the only one who is shouting and shouting. I've met Irish men. When they dealt with their wife, I said, Jesus, even me, I was stiff where I was. Holy Spirit, just hold me. Just hold me. Man is man anyway, just like lion is lion. Woman is woman. Women are the same everywhere. One man told me, he said, you are loving this girl now. You are loving this girl now. She's going to provoke you so much, you will feel as if you want to kill her. He said, at that time, take your cloth and go away. He communicated strength. I didn't know it would happen. It happened. And I'll just take my cloth and go away, go and sleep in my friend's place, just sleep. By the time I come back, the evil spirit that came had left. Everybody is now normal. Somebody is cooking egg. The evil spirit that came to visit had left. If I sat down with that evil spirit that time, what will have happened is that you will hear that Cain kill Abel or Abel kill Cain. They will now put Cain inside prison of life. They didn't have prison yet, they banished him. Are you listening to? He was communicating strength. Strength can be found in anybody, can be found in anything. Put your eyes down. And in case you put your eyes down, you come, then you look for it. You find, since you know that weakness exists in your life, in an area, you need to find it. You don't seem to be an organized person. You can't put things together. There are people who can put things together that God gifted them naturally. That grace is communicable. Some people will just look at them like this. You will just be courageous about life. That's why the Bible says that the testimony of Jesus Christ is the spirit of prophecy. In other words, when somebody begins to testify or their life begins to testify of the things that God is doing in their lives, it has capacity to prophesy to others that you can do the same. It's communicating. That is if you listen. If you don't listen, there's nothing God can do about it. And it's a major reason why many Christians fail. It's a major reason why many Christians fail. They start failing little by little, and then big sum, they fail. He start from, I like to listen to pastor, but not really. God places you in that place because that pastor has something to deposit. Some people, they can be in a church for 7 years, they never learned nothing from the pastor. That's the reason why the day people start bashing that pastor, they are the first people to be out there. Somebody wrote a book today, and it's one of the people who ever came to this church and bashing us. And I said, be careful. The person knows you live with me. The person knows you are around me. They just want to communicate. The one that is calling herself mother for everybody before going to give birth to child out of wedlock. Here, if you get pregnant, I'll be very happy. But everybody's going, no. There's nothing like offering up. We're going to give for praise. Give him praise, give him, I can see you dancing with your pregnant. To God. And when we give the name, we are going to give the name grace or mercy or the goodwill of God. We're going to give one name like that everybody is going to remember forever. Kingsley, laugh it out. That you yourself, you are going to remember that God is a good God. We are going to connect it to the goodness of God. But in such a way that you will remember. You make great, yeah. You're sleeping with everybody around you. Start communicating with my daughter. Say, be careful. Because who speaks to you determines the direction of your life. Just find out the direction of your life right now. It's a product of who is speaking to you. When Eve had a strange voice, she heard forbidden fruit. Strength is communicated a lot of the time by voices. Voices are forces. Voices are. So there are some people, as soon as they want to start relating with me, and I know what they normally say about fathers in the Lord and fathers in the faith, I cut it off. I put one young fella in a particular area and I wanted the fella to excel. The person couldn't excel and had all the capacities to excel. The person was massive, had all the capacity to excel, but couldn't excel because there were certain elements in the church that the person always listened to that were negative and toxic. And they turned the person's face almost against. It takes a lot of energy to flush that out. That the person you rate so high and you are impacting so deeply believes that you are otherwise because there were other voices speaking to direct the person. And there's nothing you can do about that. There's nothing you can do about that. Look at what Paul says. Moreover, brethren, we do you wit of the grace of God bestowed on the churches of Macedonia. How that in a great trial of affliction, the abundance of their joy and their deep poverty abundant unto the riches of their liberality. It is by grace they were given. I know some of you, after we have said we are giving money, we came out here. After some time, some people say, no, I said I was going to give 500, now I'm going to give 1 naira. You don't argue with it. Some people say, I don't want to give anymore. Don't force them. I follow through with every promise that I make to God. It's a grace. Even when I don't have it. It's a grace. Poor, yet making many rich. That means you could give riches even while you yourself are poor. Well, after learning that, I just say, Lord, what will you want me to give? Once he tells me, I have 500 euros, he say 5,000. That 5,000, I'm going to make mention of it, and I'm going to commit until it is done. Because money means nothing to me. The grace will make money mean nothing to you. But there's another grace that will make money mean everything to you. It's another communication from somewhere. It's called love of money. The root of olive. The money will be so precious to you, you can't part with it. A money you cannot part with is not part of your life. It's the leader of your life. That's what happened to the young rich ruler. He's the leader of your life. So you see, abundance of their joy and deep poverty abounded unto the riches of their liberality. Go on. For to their power I bear record, yea, and beyond their power, they were willing of themselves. Go on. Praying us with much entreaty that we should receive the gift and take upon us the fellowship of the ministry to the saints. Go on. And this they did, not as we hope, but first gave their own selves to the Lord and unto us by the will of God. Go on. In so much that we desire Titus, we hire Titus, that he had begun, so he will also finish in you the same grace also. This church didn't have that grace. They were communicating this grace to this church. Go on. Therefore, as ye abound in everything, in faith, in utterance, in knowledge, and in diligence, and in your love to all, see that you abound in this grace also. These guys have diligence. They have faith. They have utterance. They have knowledge. They have diligence. They are not lacking in those things. They are diligent, they love, they have faith, they have utterance. They can speak in tongues, they do not give. They were not givers. Somebody could be a sound teacher, a non-giver. Sound teacher, a non-giver. He will teach he will even teach you of giving. He has utterance. He will prophesy with all their deep prophecies. These people are not giving. Their church was leaking. The water coming out. And they were still saying, that's the sour blessing. Nobody was giving. Everybody was poor. They were poor. They were diligent and they were poor. But there's another church where they are deep poverty. Go to the first whatever. They are deep poverty. They had problem. He said, moreover, we do you with of the grace. They recognize that it was the grace of God, was not the ability of man. Bestow on the churches of Macedonia. Go on. How that in a great trial of affliction, we do not give because we have abundance. We give because we have the heart. People who don't give because they have affliction, it's not because of affliction, it's because they don't have the heart. You don't give God from abundance. He doesn't need anything from you. Abraham didn't have 2 children when God asked for one. He said, give me your son, your only son. We give because we have the heart, not because we have so much. No. I remember one time I was saving money and I saved up to 500 euros. It was a lot of money. It was the first time I would ever save any money that much. A number of years ago. And I was saving, I said, I want to save it for my family. I want to do something. Then a pastor called me from a particular church. He's a female pastor. Said, the Holy Spirit spoke to me that God wants you to give to 3 churches. I said, to do what? He said he wants you to give, that he wants to bless you. I said, God, this money that I'm just saving is what you came for. So I went to the bank. I saved it in Answer's child saver. I took the money, I told my wife. The pastor, it was their church I first gave to. I gave 200. I gave another 200 to somewhere. They gave 100. That account went on to have tens of thousands of euros kept inside it. Kept inside it. How? Don't ask me. But I don't do cocaine, I don't do heroin. I don't do drugs. If anything happens to me, you know that it is God. How it happens, I do not know. How our church just moved from 0 level to hero level financially, I do not know. From not having to having more than enough. You see, in their deep, they are deep poverty, not just poverty, deep poverty. Deep poverty. There is a particular guy in this church suffering from lack of fund and whatever. And the little fund with the guy will say, let me give somebody this, let me give it. It's by myself, I stop. The guy will say, let me give this person, I'll just retain it there. I will not give it to the person. So when the guy has need, he say, I hope you have given that thing. I say, yes. But what do you need? I'll be taking it out of. I said, how does somebody have this so much need that you don't even know how to come out of all this line of debt? And yet, the little thing that comes to your hand is poured out. It's grace. It's grace. So, in our Titus, that Titus is coming to me, you guys, I want him to come and teach you the grace. You are diligent, you have faith, you have knowledge, you have utterance. But you don't have giving grace. Some people, they have giving grace, they don't have diligence. Some people, they have diligence, they don't have utterance. Like ceaseless auction is utterance. I pray for that thing for a long time. That God will give me unction to make known the mystery of the gospel. He will give me utterance. I prayed it, and I connected to people who have it. I use handkerchief to wipe their sweat. I put it on my head. There's nothing I didn't do. All of a sudden, I just discover that I only need to get one revelation. My head will change. Like for some time, I've not slept. Maybe for about 2 days. And I've not really eaten. Only this afternoon, I went home and I ate. And I said, let me sleep a bit so that I can prepare for the service. Ladies and gentlemen, I slept maybe from around 3. Ladies and gentlemen, my children were talking. I thought we were in the middle of the night. They were talking with themselves. I didn't know because they switched off the light and asked them to come and sleep. You were just saying, can you shut up? It's in the middle of the night. All of a sudden, I just remember, it's today, not Tuesday. My wife also was already resting. It's around 6. Ibukun was already calling me that nobody has opened the church. So I said, that was when I just began to say, God, what is the message for today? What will I do? What is the message for today? I just entered to the bedroom to just brush my teeth. And I said, communicable grace. I said, what's the meaning of this? He said, series that need to be taught now. That's utterance. That's utterance. Quick understanding in the fear of God. You just have quick understanding through the fear of God. You just have things just open up to you. Sometimes somebody is telling me something and I can see 1,000 years ahead about that thing. And I just know in my heart, this is what this is. Sometimes I can put 2 plus 2 and I don't know what is happening. Somebody is just unreasonably coming home late. And I feel uneasy about it. I say, what is all this? And I start prosecuting it until I will find something inside. I start say, why? What happened? Die! Where did you? Move now! Die! 1 week later, I'm going to connect the dots. The reason why the person has been coming late. The story of tortoise and grasshoppers started aptly in the book of Balamori. Balamori was the story. I just want to know. Did you read Balamori? Balamori was the story. I just want to know. Because I just know that this person is not like this before. Why is it? They are coming late to the church. What's happening? I'll just be unnecessarily uneasy. Then I'm going to connect it later. I'm going to collect it. Connect it with something. But I'll just be uneasy and I will not stop. I just be, why are you not? Sometimes I can just say, why are you not talking? Hey, why are you not talking? Why are you not talking? I don't know anything. I'm not aware of anything. I just look at somebody and say, you're no longer going to be leader of so and so anymore. And I can't connect any dot. I'm just saying it. I just feel hollow. After some time, I'm going to connect it to something. I say, oh, wow. This is what God... Because I don't suspect people. I love people. If I suspect you, Yoruba people have a say, Eni abarambani ma fura si ma fura. Eni afura si ma lo ye ka yeravu. If they now put percussion, they can use music to take you away. You are already smiling. I just it's not song of your tongue. You're already happy. This is it's already smiling with the face, out the eyes are out. That's how Sadiq got you. Maybe he was smiling and singing. It means the person you are working with don't suspect. If you suspect anybody, you're not supposed to work with the person again. So I don't suspect people, I just love people. And if I find anything, I start talking about it because I believe that this is a mistake. Are you listening to what I'm saying? You just have utterance. You just have that gift. There are people who have it. Bishop Oyedepo was to start out in the ministry and God said, I will not have you go like every other person, but I will have somebody communicate wisdom to you. And he said, go write to my servant Adeboye. And he wrote to him. He said, we have never met, I've never known him. And I wrote to him. And I said, come to this program. He now wrote back, no, I have program for that day, I'm not coming. Bishop Oyedepo wrote back again, say, God said this program I want to do is his own program. The one you want to go and do is your own program. Pastor Adeboye now came. From the moment he laid his hand, he said, the spirit of wisdom rested on me. You see Sadiq coming on the altar, singing, do whatever. You buy him chips and chicken. Sit down with him. Because a gift you do not nourish cannot come to you. You have to nourish the gift. Buy him chips and chicken. He's saying yes. And just start talking to him. You will see the reason why he's doing what he's doing. In no time, bring out two guitar. Bring out two guitar. As he's playing one, be using your hand to touch one. You won't know when you have become a guitarist. You won't know. You won't know. You will just become a guitarist. You know, it just takes me about 1 week to pick somebody's voice. If I want to pick your voice, I just begin to talk like you. Even voice is communicable. Like now I can speak perfectly like Bro Baxter. Sometimes I'm watching my message back and I see the way I'm speaking like Bro Baxter. I say, yes, exactly. Are you listening? 1 Corinthians 11:1. Be ye followers of me as I am also of Christ. I was talking to a lady today. He said, all that people see about you is that you're great, you are consistent. I said, but that is not totally true. I've not mirrored perfection without mirroring imperfections to all of you. But I mirror Christ in such a way that I know that humanity exists, but there's a way divinity can come up on top of it. And how do we connect to divinity? You have to find somebody who is connected to that area of divinity. Paul said, you see me behaving like Christ is because I'm following Christ. He said, be ye followers of me also, so that you can receive the same grace. That's the reason in your life, never be married, either to a man or woman that doesn't have a pastor. You will fail very gallantly. You will fail. You will fail very easily. Because there's an hierarchy of things. Jesus is subject to God. Church is subject to Jesus. Church members are subject to pastors. Women are subject to their men. Children are subject to the women. If you break that chain, you will have rupture. That's why a lot of single women, I'm not blaming anybody, a lot of single women will be blaming everybody forever. They couldn't wait, they couldn't stay. It takes a lot, it takes being stupid to remain married as a woman. I can't be a woman. That somebody will not look at you and say, I leave 4 children from you. I look like a child producing machine. Then I'll not be pregnant. And I say, hello, a good thing. Will you help me buy ice cream when you are coming? I can't just imagine myself. I'll not be picking my leg one by one. Can I say, no, I'm not ready to buy that thing. He said, but can I go out? I want to buy fuel in my car. No, we are not buying fuel into that car. I must be in charge of the fuel. Somebody cannot be in charge of the fuel. It takes being stupid to be a follower. You know that your boss is wrong in the office and is talking jargons and you're still calm. Because if you argue with him, your sack letter may be produced tomorrow. I'm not talking about Africa, I'm talking about here. Did they not sack you without fully knowing what went wrong? Not knowing that you yourself, you have even gotten another job somewhere. You were just trying, you were looking for a way to tell her and just say, you're fired from today. In God we're here. Somebody is working and somebody just, I've not less than 3 people in this church working in reputable organization, Bank Hospital. They just say, you are fired. From the bank, you are fired today. This one also working in the law firm. The lawyer just look at him and say, you are fired. And that is it. Later on, she may now discover that she's wrong, but she's not going to rehire you. That's the advantage of a boss. It takes a lot to be a follower. A lot. And Paul said, can you follow? Because you will receive the grace of whom you follow. You will receive the grace of whom you follow. I'm going to finish in 5 minutes now. You will receive the grace of whom you follow. That's the reason why look at them very well and say, okay, what do I need to learn from here? Like I have a number of people in this church that were young people that were following me since around 2014. Know that they started the school. I've been mingling with them from around, but from 2015 they've started following sort of. And they committed from around 2016. They just been following since 2015. You know, they just been following. He's one of the earliest followers. But the rest of them, they've been in and out 2015, but from around 2016. And by now, they are strong, they are solid, leading great family, having good professional life. They are not lying about the realities of their life, but we can see the triumphs of faith in their lives. That younger people that are coming need to look at their life and say, please let me stop speaking in tongues for some time. Let me just learn. Because you see them haven't been following for more than 10 years. In the church, they are still quiet. Look at Golden, quiet. Every service is there, except there's something very serious. It's not just there, it's there before time, picking people with joy. How has he done it? That's the way it will still be in the next 100 years if Jesus tarries to come. How? And we have not heard that he has run away to somebody's house to go and kiss their wives, or run away with a girl. The same thing with the wife. And you see their family growing. If their child is crying in the church, you see both the father and the mother standing up. You never see an example here where the father say, take that child. No, you see Ofo from the studio. As soon as a child is crying, even Senab is looking at the back and says, somebody can help me. Ofo is already walking there. No, Ofo is already walking there and carries the child and goes to the toilet to go and change the pampers. Those are men. That's how a man. You now need to ask them, say, how did your man become like this? Because these are men. How did your man become like this? Because I need a man like this. That not is only me that will be removing the pampers, drive home, and cook food, and the stomach is growing, and it's begging. And Bible study is going on. He put his head like he's watching us now. Versus Real Madrid. Go! He said, go! Hey! You think this one also don't like football? They like football, but they rate the things of God higher. And if anything is happening in their life, they escalate it to Christ. If they see that the thing is becoming bigger than what Christ can quickly solve because he has solved it through somebody else, they say, Pastor, how do you go about this thing? And remember, before they became people who we're now learning from them how to say, God, they came to me and said, how do you really save money between you and Pastor Mirella that you have enough money? He asked me that time. In no time, he has become a financial consultant, how to invest. Because he moved on with his life. He learned what he need to learn. Some of you don't know how to learn. You just think they're your friend. You now see Presley, Patty, Godin at the back. Are you Godin? How are you friends? In which way? These are fathers. These are fathers in the faith. They have fought many battles and they are standing. On Sunday, you see them here, bawling. They are happy. On Sunday, you'll be wondering, is there no day that they are angry? Angry at pastor, angry at church? No. You see them with their children. They have dressed up. They are happy. What sustains them? There's a particular grace that sustains them that you need to know. Many of you have lived in my life, in my house. You have never seen Mirella talk back. Not because David is not talking. You have never seen, that is a grace. She may not be talking about it. You are not the one that will sit down and say, so what happens to you when they are talking and you don't talk? I just want to know whether, are you hearing what he's saying or you're not hearing? And I say, I'm hearing it, but I'm not hearing the way you are hearing. He said, okay, give me the, the interpretation. Are you listening to what I'm saying? He said, be ye followers of me as I follow Christ. I'll give you the last verse. Hebrews 6, 11 to 12. Hebrews 6, 11 to 12. And I'll close with that. I won't give you all the things that I have because I still want to use it someday. Bless you. As we desire that every one of you do show the same diligence to the full assurance of hope to the end. Which diligence is he talking about here? Verse 12. That ye don't be slothful, but how? But followers of them who through faith and patience inherit promises. He says some people have inherited promises before. That's why young men come to the church. Before you will say that your husband, they are not your husband. Young ladies come to the church. Before you will say they are your wife, they are not your wife. Let the ladies follow mercy. Let the lady follow mercy. For about 1 year. Then you will know you have a wife or a knife. Because it's not about beauty. It's about the content. You know, the guy is good. How do you know a guy is good? Nobody has irritated him in the church. I want to irritate him. I want to see how he will behave when irritated. He's irritated. One of them was irritated recently. I was arguing with a girl that can give birth to her. Then I came back and said, they say you are fighting a girl. Are you okay? Have you apologized? How can you be fighting with a girl? We take care of girls here. Even when we marry them, we may make noise, but we take care of them. If anything is going wrong with Mirella, I am in 3 days fasting and prayer. I do not take you for... And if I take you like Mirella also, is the same thing. I'm thinking about you morning, afternoon, night. You need men that are priests, not men that are banging you. It's not about banging. Prostitutes bang each other. People even buy devices in the market. I went to America. My wife went to present there. And beside where we were, I just said, let me go and buy fruit. And I saw them displaying different kind of art. America is crazy. Very crazy. They are displaying small, genital, big, both man and women one. And they were happy and they put food there and everybody was discussing. I say it's a shame in Ireland. We don't do this kind of thing. We're very conservative. If you want to sell things, adult toys, they put red light, they lock it inside somewhere. You have to go through many gates to enter. This one, they just play it on display, like Sunday market. I'm telling you, say pick your size. No, I saw it. I walked away. I said, it cannot be true. I came back. I said, because I want to know. I came back and I saw they have it in crystal form, the one that is crystal, you can see through everything. Yeah, they have it in different forms. I say everything has gone ballistic. God. America is another place entirely. It's another place entirely. You will actually see a full-grown man just wiggling like this in the presence of everybody, and he's the CEO of somewhere. He's wiggling. It's not in Ireland. You still calm down a little, even if you are, but there's still some way of going. In America, they have gone ballistic with their eyelashes. A man with the finger. He's a CEO of a big conglomerate. Sorry, Ovo. He said, followers of them who through faith, you will see people who have obtained result in certain area. The Bible says you need to follow them. That's how grace and strength are communicated. Strength or might is mostly a person by God, through man to man, and through situations to man. Might is communicated by following somebody else. The deposit. Power belongs to God. Might is given as a result. Might means the enduring power to do something. That's why if you see anybody who is studying, most of the children of people who study become good students. Dr. Higgins in this city has maybe 4 children. Almost all of them are doctors with him. From time to time, they will change Dr. Higgins. That Dr. Higgins is no longer your doctor. Is now Dr. It's not Dr. Sean Higgins. It's Dr. Brown Higgins. But the only thing I put, they say, who is your doctor? Anytime I say Dr. Higgins. Higgins, the last name remains. They just change the first name of all of them. The last name remains. All his children, medical doctors. You will see politicians also. All their children, politicians. They shall become activists. Yeah, we're not going to. And you are wondering, like the Box family. You'll be wondering, why the little boy that is in NUIG here, everybody is hating on him. I like them. Sorry. I like the Box family. They are speaking their own truth. Why do you want to silence them? They are speaking their own truth. It may not be everybody that likes that truth I want to associate. And I hate the fact that they are vilifying the boy on campus, that anytime he wants to speak, everybody, it's not nice. Ireland will regret it later. You need voices of revolt. You need some people that can be distinct. It's to bring a new dimension. There were some people when the colonial masters, the British were ruling Ireland. There are some people who began to give voice of dissent. They were the one who liberated Ireland. They first of all started calling them Irish Republican Army. But without them, we will still be under Britain by now. And they were killing them. But eventually, everybody joined suit. And then they liberated Ireland. You understand what I'm saying? They are talking something. It may not be everything that is right, but they're talking something. Because the government is doing something very horrible, sometimes. Dancing to the tune of who plays the best card, money. The government can be very horrible. Politicians can be very horrible. Just for the sake of the game of number. They can dance to anybody's tune. You just change everybody to LGBT in 1 minute. We are not LGBT. Everybody can live their life the way they want to live, but don't impose that doctrine on everybody. For what? This LGBT has been existing since I was born, many years ago, about 55 years ago. It has been in Nigeria. We know everybody, persons of whatever, but nobody makes noise. All of a sudden, you just make noise. They say, do you want to bake cake for me? Me and my husband wants to marry. And the guy asks, who is your husband? He said, man. He said, no, I don't bake cake for man and man. He said, I'm going to take you to court. For what now? Go to the LGBT cake baker. They must have people who bake cake among them. Why are you making trouble around? They must have. So why should people not be able to tell their own truth? I'm live now, I'm talking this thing. You think I'm afraid? For what reason? For how long will you be afraid? When are you not going to die? I can never hate any human being. For what reason? It's what, see, LGBT is not even the thing. When I was growing up, Kingsley, you know, there were people who were sleeping with animals. They had cows, and they sleep with cows. We have known them. We don't make noise about it. For long. But you know, African people, they will not turn it spiritual. They say, when you do that, it brings money. Let's stand up on our feet. I'll continue this teaching. Glory to God. Glory to God. Glory to God. Glory to God.